Japan's longest-serving Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has announced he is stepping down because of persistent health problems. He apologised that he was resigning with a year left of his term and before fulfilling several key political pledges. The 65-year-old said he would remain in office until a successor was chosen. Well, this was the moment Mr. Abe confirmed that he would be resigning.
Even though I have 1 year to go in my tenure, and with other challenges that have not been addressed yet, and amid the coronavirus outbreak, I decided to step down as the Prime Minister. I would like to send my apologies to the people of Japan.
Shinzo Abe there stepping down, that announcement just a few hours ago. Mariko Oi joins us live from Singapore now. And Mariko, you were at that press conference, so you heard it all. What else did he go on to say?
Well, Babita, it was actually really interesting to listen to his entire press conference. He didn't use a prompter like he usually does, and he also answered almost all the questions that were asked. He's been criticized in the past for pre-selecting, or his PR team pre-selecting some questions and preparing his answers, but he actually answered some of very highly critical questions as well, including how his government has been handling the coronavirus pandemic, to which he said that he's been doing his best, and compared to some other countries, Japan's death rate has managed to stay relatively low. But also other questions, including the fact that he actually pre-selects some of the questions in the press conference, was asked. And, it was very interesting that he tried to come across very genuine and sincere as he announced his resignation, which did come as quite a surprise, even though he made those 2 hospital visits within just over a week, and that really prompted some concerns and speculations about his health. Of course, the last time when he first served as a prime minister back in 2006 and 2007, he also had to abruptly resign because of the same illness. So there were always concerns and rumors about it, but still a lot of people thought that he would try and finish his term, which ends in September next year. But it's really ironic to see that he was probably hoping to have the Tokyo Olympics and have a great summer, but instead he had that pandemic to handle, and his popularity has started to really fall because of the way his government handled it. And I think that was really clear with how he has been seen in the last couple of weeks, and that also fed into some speculations about this possible resignation, which got confirmed this evening.
OK, Mariko, thank you very much. Mariko Oi there in Singapore, who watched and listened to, I should say, that press conference earlier. Well, I'm joined now by Tomohiko Taniguchi, a special advisor to Mr. Abe's cabinet. Welcome to you. Thank you very much for being with us here on BBC World News. Are you surprised by the announcement today?
I was, yes. I was hoping very much that he could remain in office for another year to finish his term. So I was very much surprised.
He's been plagued by illness for some years now. I think, you're very close to him. You've been privy to having close contact with the Prime Minister. Were you aware of how debilitating his condition of ulcers and the colitis was to him?
He was, in a sense, a born-again politician, because the illness, ulcerative colitis, first emerged when he was only 15. And only when he became the mid-50s, he started to manage the illness and put that under control. For a long period of time, since December 2012, when he came back in office, he was healthier than his entourage. I'm not making exaggeration. So he was very much fit, and the evidence of which is he traveled longer than the return trip between the Earth and the Moon. And he met more world leaders than any other Japanese prime minister before. So he was healthy until the very moment that he has had to challenge the pandemic and stayed in office for consecutive 147 days without any break. And I think that overload actually made his illness worse than he thought it would be.
How do you think his legacy will be remembered, his time in office? He's, of course, been credited with the Abenomics and the fiscal policy, the direction of Japan's economy. Is that something that you think he will be remembered for?
There are many interpretations on that question. My own, for now, is that Japan's geography matters and will continue to matter. And in order for Japan to survive this challenging neighborhood, you need to establish your true self, your identity. Under Shinzo Abe, Japan has revisited its identity as a maritime democratic nation. And by waving that flag, he also has managed to bring Japan ever closer, for instance, to the UK or to India or to Australia, in addition to Japan's long-standing alliance partner of the United States. I think that's laid a solid foundation for Japan's future as well.
Is there an obvious successor to take his place?
I don't know. The ruling party, the Liberal Democratic Party of Japan, is a place where competition is the name of the game. And the leadership contest, I think, is going to take place sometime in mid-September. And it'll take a week or 10 days for the party members across the country to vote for a candidate. And then that candidate is going to be chosen or endorsed by the members of the parliament. And so this dual two-story process is going to be a very much contested one.
Well, it's one that we will watch very closely indeed. For now, though, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate your time. Tomohiko Taniguchi there, a special advisor to Shinzo Abe's cabinet.
Ich hatte natürlich noch keine Gelegenheit, mit Shinzo Abe zu sprechen jetzt, aber ich bedauere natürlich diesen Rücktritt, wünsche ihm auch vor allen Dingen gesundheitlich alles Gute. Wir haben immer sehr, sehr gut zusammengearbeitet und hatten jetzt auch in der Corona-Zeit noch eine Videokonferenz miteinander. Ich glaube, dass sich in diesen Zeiten unser deutsch-japanisches Verhältnis recht gut entwickelt hat. Shinzo Abe ist sozusagen der längst dienendste Ministerpräsident Japans gewesen. Also er hat japanische Geschichte jetzt auch mitgeprägt. Er war immer jemand, der sich für Multilateralismus eingesetzt hat.